Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this one, we are going to work on implement Azure Container Instances, and we are following the AZ-104 series of labs from Microsoft Learning. They're all available from GitHub, and I'll give you the link. This is a relatively short lab. It should be done less than 20 minutes. We'll first deploy a Docker image by using the Azure Container Instance, and then review the functionality. If you look at the architecture diagram, we'll create a resource group, we'll deploy the ACI, and then we'll access that instance. So first of all, we want to deploy a Docker image using the Azure Container Instance. So go to your Azure portal. Okay, I'm already signed in to the right. And over here, uh, we are going to search for the container instances. And I always do go and search in the search bar. Click on that one and hit create. And we're going to create a new resource group like this. Create new. And there is my resource group. And in this resource group, we're going to create a container. The name of the container is going to be this, no spaces or anything. And let's see, HTOS is good. And for this lab, we're going to use the quick start images, and that is selected by default. And the image that we want to use is the Microsoft Azure Docs ACI Hello World latest Linux image. Okay. Once that's done, size, go with the default one, go to the networking. And on the networking DNS level, we just need something. So let's just for default is public, it will be available publicly. So let's just call it cloud security ACI. Let's see if that's available, and it is available. And most likely this instance will have an application that will be available on port 80. Okay. And let's go to the next advanced one. In the advanced one, uh, we're really not doing anything. We're going to the default with the restart policy with the default, and nothing you're configuring here. No command override. So just go with the default and click on review and create, and that should deploy and validate, and then hitting create, it's going to deploy uh, this particular resource. Okay, and if you want to look at the code behind the sample application that is deploying, I can go to GitHub. You can go to click on the view code, and really if you look at the Docker file, what you'll see that it is using starting the Docker file is starting from the node 8.9.3 Alpine image. It's creating a user source app directory. It's copying all the content from the app directory locally to the user source app directory, then changing to that directory, installing npm, and then serving using node that index.js. Okay, so uh, go back over here, view code. So we're just gonna do in that app directory that we have here, it is going to be copied to our container, and it will be running, and that is the index.js. This is going to be rendered. Okay, so let's just go back to our AZ-104. So over here, if you see our container got deployed, review the functionality of the Azure Container Instance. So in this one, go to the resource link. So let's just go there, and again you have a whole bunch that you can wait and go through all those different things. One thing that you notice, that start button is disabled. That means the container is currently running. It's a Linux based, and this is the IP address. So I can copy that one, or I can copy the FQDN. Right here it's saying, hey, just go get the FQDN. So let's just copy that one, go to another URL, paste it, hit enter, and everything went well. Then here is the application that is running right now. Welcome to Azure Container Instances. So it looks like everything went well. Okay, close the browser tab, back in the Azure portal, in the settings section, click the container and then click the logs. So over here, every time you go to a container, you will be able to see the log, and that is under the settings. Okay, then you gotta go to the containers. Okay, under the containers, and this is the logs, and you should be seeing web request, and I'm using Mozilla or Firefox. So you'll see the people are trying to connect to this web application from Mozilla. Okay, so that's all that we have for this particular lab, really short lab. And what I'll do, I'll copy this, and I'll run that command from here to delete the resources that I have. This command, you should be very familiar by now, is going to go after the resource group that we created, and it will run remove Azure resource group, and then it will force deletion of everything that will get rid of this particular uh, Asia instance and the resource container that we have done. Everything will be removed. Sometimes I get rid of the as jobs. If there's any failure or anything like that, you'll be able to see in this window. Okay, with that, good luck with the lab. Let's meet on the next lab where we will be working on, let's see where we are. We'll be working on the next section, okay, which is going to be the Kubernetes services. And that will probably going to be a longer lab, and we'll have a lot more things to do. Thank you for watching.